Mr. President Verhofstadt, Liberals and Democrats.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Dear colleagues, let's come back to the reality. Yesterday, the interest rates in the bond market rose to 7.05% for Italy. Yesterday, the interest rates for Spain were 6.27%, and for France, 3.6%. You know France has a AAA status, exactly as Germany, but the reality in the markets is that they have to pay double the interest rates of Germany. Saying these ratings of the rating agencies, I don't know what it means, but certainly it has no effect on interest rates, because France has the double today of Germany. So I think it's obvious that the euro crisis has reached a very dangerous point. A decisive point where everything is possible now. Even the most dramatic scenario, if you go to countries, third economy of Europe, fourth economy of Europe, having interest rates of nearly 7%. What is not sustainable? Having the second biggest economy paying the double of the benchmark, Germany. So I think that we have to recognise first of all that we have to go beyond the decisions of the 21st of July and beyond the decisions of the 26th of October if we want in fact to deal with this crisis. And we have first of all to say that, yeah, okay, it's very good, Joseph, that France and Germany meet each other from time to time. They do it every 2 weeks. But it is not sustainable, it is not convincing for the markets. They only calm the markets 24 hours with their decisions, and after 24 hours everything begins and starts again. So what we need is not this combining of two countries, important countries in the Eurozone, but to stand behind the global approach by the European Commission, and to ask to the European Commission, and that is my message of today, to formalise its package the fastest as possible. Because what we need is that you, with your package, you enter in a number of new elements maybe, but you formalise it by putting an act to create an economic and fiscal union, and to put that act on the table of the Council and the Parliament, so that we are not only talking about the package, but that we formalise, legalise this economic and fiscal union that is the only possibility to end the crisis around the euro of today. Because again, don't think that a new summit of 2 days or a new combined effort of the two big countries can stop it. It are other, more formalised, legalised initiatives that we need. And what we need is first of all this economic government based on the European Commission. And I should propose that we should end this discussion of who has to chair the Eurogroup and so on and so on. If you have a vice president who is responsible of the euro, well, that he share also the Eurogroup. Let's not continue to multiply functions inside the European Union and inside the Eurozone. That's the first thing. Let's have a convergence code. Let's have this green paper and decisions on the green paper, so I hope that in the next days the green paper on the stability bonds can be put for the Parliament. And let's finally also look into what I think is a very important proposal 2 days ago by the 5 wise economists of the German Council of Economic Experts. In their opinion, what they have proposed in such a paper directly to Mrs. Merkel and to the German government, they have proposed to create what we could call a European collective redemption fund, what is mutualising the debts in the Eurozone above the 60%, combined with a bold debt reduction scheme, and that for all the countries who are not using the EFSF. That is a fund of 2.3 trillion, 2.3 trillion. To stabilise the crisis around the euro. And together with the EFSF, that means that you have a firepower of 3.3 trillion euro based on eurobonds. Is that a federalist who have proposed that of the Parliament? No, it are the 5 wise economists, the direct advisers of Mrs. Merkel and of the German government who have proposed that.
Thank you,
so I think, Mr. President, I think the time is there now to do something about that. Beyond the 60%, inside the 60%, there is only one solution for this crisis, and it is a Eurobond market. And finally, one word on the question, do we need a treaty change? I think, Mr. President, there are many things possible without a treaty change, and many things can be done in the existing treaty of today. But if we have a treaty change, then we need also a convention for this Parliament.
Thank you very much.
Next speaker.